wing-tipped shoes, the 15-year difference in our ages, and shrugged. "Take me to the college?" "Sure," I said. "It's on my way." She didn't say much in the car beyond introducing herself, spending most of the trip across town staring out the passenger window. As we approached the college, Amy gave me directions to student housing. When we pulled into the parking lot, she swore again. Ahead of us, one second-floor apartment was lit up like a Las Vegas casino, and bass-heavy music thumped through the neighborhood. "I can't sleep there," she said. "My roommate's having one of her parties again. Can you take me somewhere else? Anywhere else?" I took her home with me, assuring Amy that I had a spare bedroom and no ulterior motives. I showed her the bedroom, the bathroom, and the kitchen. I offered to fix her a drink, and she asked for a bottle of water. A few minutes later, Amy slipped into the bathroom, and a moment later I heard the bathroom door lock and the shower come on. I pulled off my jacket and tie, slipped out of my wingtips, and sat on the couch finishing paperwork I'd brought home from the office. Chapter 2. I'm not sure how much time passed before Amy cleared her throat, and I looked up. She'd washed away the rivers of mascara and the blue-black lipstick, had removed all of the earrings, and had pulled her hair into a ponytail. She wore one of my t-shirts, though it hung nearly to her knees. She hadn't thoroughly dried after her shower, and the damp cotton clung to the points of her breasts and the slight swell of her hips. My body responded to the sight of her young body, and I shifted position uncomfortably. "I found this," Amy said, indicating the t-shirt. "I hope you don't mind." Except for her black-painted fingernails, Amy no longer looked like some whacked-out goth wannabe. She looked like the young woman she really was. A young woman in my t-shirt, twin dimples in the thin cloth, accenting the points of her small breasts. I shrugged. "I really appreciate this," Amy said. She indicated my paperwork and asked what I did when I wasn't rescuing young women. "Sales," I told her. "My company manufactures urinal cakes, among other janitorial supplies, and I'd spend the evening schmoozing a local distributor. Before the evening had ended, and I'd poured him into a cab, he'd doubled his monthly order. It had been a good night, and I'd been completing the paperwork so I could send the order in the next morning." Amy sat on the couch next to me, one knee touching my thigh. I tried to ignore her touch, straightened my paperwork, and slipped it all into my briefcase. "You seem uncomfortable," Amy said. "I hadn't expected," I began. She placed one finger on my lips, then leaned forward and whispered in my ear, "Neither did I." She leaned back, slipped off the t-shirt, then took my hands in hers and placed them on her small, pointed breasts. They fitted easily into the cups of my hands. Her swollen nipples nearly doubled her bra size. She didn't spend much time in the sun, and her alabaster skin nearly gleamed in the dark. Her smooth, nearly hairless body had thin wisps of auburn hair adorning the small mound of her quim. For a moment we sat like that, my hands on her breasts,